What's up, everyone? Here we go. Episode number 3.
The Off Balance podcast.
We're back.
Yeah, we're
Another
back
week in the Mizu studio podcast
with Val behind the screen
Val behind the screen.
as usual.
Friday morning.
Oh yeah, cold and rainy morning today.
Perfect day to talk about what?
Biggest failures.
Our biggest failures.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to learn. Not necessarily, you don't have to make a mistake yourself. Sometimes it's good to learn from somebody's mistakes, right? And I've made a bunch.
Yeah, I've made a bunch too.
Yeah.
I mean, and it makes you grow, right? But it's
Still making some, actually. Obviously.
I hope so. If you don't, there's something wrong. Man.
There's something
You
definitely
probably
wrong.
live in a bubble, or
You're perfect,
you're perfect. Yeah,
which doesn't really exist.
it does not. You just broke my bubble right now.
No, but to be honest, I feel like there's a quote, I don't know from who, you probably know, like, if you're not failing, you're not trying.
Yeah, of course.
Who said that?
I'm not sure, actually. Oh, you said if I knew?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
Tell me. Maybe I'll say, oh, yeah, I knew.
This always gave me some kind of confidence. I was like, I'm failing a bunch, man. I hope this is the right thing.
Yeah. You got to remind yourself, like, that.
Wait, that's a good thing, supposedly.
Yeah, you got to remind yourself that sentence when you start
Yeah.
failing a bunch.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's a bunch of failures, but it's also like, all these fails that could have been avoided one way or another.
So what's a fail first? Like, is it like...
Exactly.
Is it negative? Is it a bad thing, or is it actually just like you didn't reach a goal you were trying to reach? Is that it?
I don't know, man. That's maybe a loss or something that didn't go your way.
Yeah.
I think you didn't get the better end of the deal or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say so too. Like obviously in jiu-jitsu, like for us competing, we're trying to get number 1 on the podium, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan usually,
It is.
and it doesn't always go as planned, obviously.
Not necessarily. Other things too. We're trying to use this as a gateway to having like a normal life.
Oh, yeah,
like
that too.
making a living.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can be making failures there.
Definitely. Yeah. All right. So should we get started?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. For me, failure number 1 would be I wouldn't say at the very start, but so here's the thing. I did MMA when I first exposure to jiu-jitsu was doing MMA at TriStar.
Yeah.
I was playing soccer, and there goes one failure, man. Like what happened is that I was playing with I was trying out for the college team. I didn't even make it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then at the same time, I was playing a summer. So we have winter, which is pretty long here, and then we have summer. So outdoor seasons are the big serious ones here, like 11 against 11, right?
11 what?
Against 11.
Oh, yeah,
like
okay,
a normal
yeah,
soccer
yeah,
game.
real
So
game.
the big seasons usually are summertime for us.
Yeah.
At the same time, I had the tryouts for the university team, Université de Montréal.
Oh yeah. So and that's for the summer, like during summer. So you had
Yeah.
college and university at the same time, or
It
was
was
separated?
the summer season was with the city. It
Okay,
was,
yeah.
So I was playing with. You can play with like east of Montreal, west of Montreal.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
play
yeah.
with different city. I was playing up in Blainville, which was like 30
Oh,
minutes
yeah,
because they had a semi-pro team.
That's kind of far.
It was pretty far. It was a
Yeah.
commitment.
So was your goal like to make it as a pro athlete?
Yeah,
in
yeah.
soccer?
I've been trying to be a pro athlete in soccer before trying
Okay, so-
to compete at a high level in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So what happened is during summer they'd have these like low key practices at the university.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna start showing up just so I get to know the coach and everything. And everything sounded really good and nice and smooth. And practice were going well. I was getting along with the guys and everything. And then the last cut, he cut me.
Oh shit.
And he's like, listen, man, for this season, for the summer season, this one that's coming up, it's going to be hard to keep you because we don't know which position to put you in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I was playing midfield, like in the center, and then I was playing left back. He was putting me in a bunch of different positions. Anyways, he cut me. So for me,
How'd you take that?
not good, man. The
Yeah.
next day, I was supposed to go to Blainville for a practice. I just bailed,
Yeah, you were like, fuck.
and
this
I
shit.
went to TriStar.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I want to know how, what made you go to TriStar? How did you find TriStar?
So how did I find TriStar? Um, the guy was supposed to pick me up from what's it called? A certain subway station that is close to Snowdon.
Yeah.
That's close to the highway to go up north and
Yeah.
take me to Blainville for practice.
Which is close to TriStar.
Which is close to
Yeah,
TriStar.
exactly. It's on
Yeah.
the way, right?
And I was biking everywhere around the city because we had just moved from, my family had just moved from Mont-Royal to Bois-Franc.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, damn, man, this is a mission, commuting everywhere. Mission, bro. So anyways, I'm on the bike. I'm like, dude, I really don't feel, like I really just got disgusted from soccer because
for sure.
what happened later on with that university coach is that he had brought a player from Brazil. He had brought a left back from Brazil.
Really?
And then, yeah, but they have a rule where you can bring a certain amount of players.
But they have to study, right?
They have to study. He was
Yeah.
a student, but
Okay.
you have to bring a certain amount of players from out of town or something like that.
All right.
And he exceeded that number when he got that guy in. So anyways, it bit him in the ass because at the end of the season, even though they finished first, they got DQ'd and ended up last.
DQ.
You have now been DQ'd.
I love hearing that.
They enjoy that more than anything else, the IBJJF.
Yeah.
They enjoy it more than making us pay 170 to compete. But anyways, going back.
That's one of my favorite moments, and it's their favorite moment.
Oh yeah. They wait for it. It's that one guy on the microphone. You have now been DQ'd.
All right.
Anyways, going back to what I was saying. So long story short, I was like, not even that I just bailed, but I just didn't get back to anybody. That's just a terrible way of doing things, in my opinion.
Yeah. So you were like, all right, fuck this shit.
Like a dick move, really.
Yeah, kind of. But
Went to TriStar first day, and then I ran into B-Boy,
oh yeah,
one of the legends from
he is one of the
TriStar.
old school guy.
He's a
from
legend
TriStar.
for our timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You're right.
Those who came to TriStar at that time, B-Boy is a legend for them.
He is.
Yeah. So anyways, that's one mistake. Communicating things clearly, man. Communicating things, letting people know what you're going through and what you're feeling. You know, like, hey,
Yeah.
listen, I just had this, I want to take a little break and everything. Instead of doing that, I just decided to disappear.
So were you like kind of? Was it like you being impulsive or something, or
I don't
just
know
like
what
you
it
just,
is. But
you just didn't give a fuck?
I didn't give a fuck. I think it was more me being ashamed, I think. It was more
Ashamed?
being
Oh,
ashamed.
you felt
Damn.
ashamed after
Yeah,
that.
because
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest, with the Blainville team in Blainville, I was like playing the whole, like pretty much the whole 90 minutes. I was starter. I was
Yeah.
playing. I was like, you know.
Did you feel like almost entitled to the fact that you should have made the team?
Yeah. I
That's
was
what
like telling
happened?
everybody,
Yeah.
yo, I'm so pumped. Like this is looking good and everything. And now it didn't happen. It's similar feeling to when you like lose after a competition.
Yeah.
Like after ADCC, and I didn't want anybody. I was like, I had the hood, I had the sunglasses. I was walking with, you know, like the hood you can tie it up. I tied up so you could just see like literally this from my
Like
face.
Kenny in South Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Little head right there.
That's what I was doing, man. So
Yeah, I feel you, man.
So yeah, I just tried to disappear and just move to martial arts. And then I tried to remake it, and then I made it worse. I tried to make another appearance, and I just bailed on a game and whatever, man.
Yeah, so that was it. For
Yeah,
you.
if anybody from soccer listens, is like, yeah, this guy's a piece of shit.
Well, mistakes were made.
Yeah.
It happens.
Communicate things clearly, let people know, and I'm sure people won't judge you
No, I mean, like, let's say
as
not,
much as you think they will.
yeah, not making a team, and like you said, like failing a competition or
Mm-hmm.
like losing a match, which happened to me recently, right? I
Mm-hmm.
just lost in the finals at New York Open, like a retard. But see, that's how I feel. See, I'm like that ashamed feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, you're not proud of yourself, but at the same time, you're like you know, your friends are around and people know that you're competing, and you think they're expecting something, but
It's-
usually it's just yourself.
It's like you almost think that people value you for your competition results, which is not wrong. I think for the most part, it kind of is, man.
It is.
To a certain,
I'll tell you what though. What I believe.
depends to who.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends to who.
And something else too is they value you when you win.
Oh shit.
That's what I believe. But
Mm-hmm.
when you lose, people won't give a fuck.
Only a few will come and reach out to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying just for me. I talk about this with other athletes. You know, like He goes a little silent when it doesn't go your way.
Oh yeah.
But when it goes your way, man, it's like a bunch of people reappear.
Yeah. Suddenly
A
they're
lot
like,
of
oh,
people
this
resurface.
this guy's winning.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Let's bring him. Let's bring him. When are you coming back to Europe?
When you coming back, man? When you coming?
Guess what?
Guess what? Never. You come.
Yeah. So what I was saying is like when you lose, like obviously it's more yourself that's like it's always on yourself. Like people around rarely, unless like someone fucking bet like a fucking million on your ass, which doesn't happen in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of people mad or like, all right, this guy sucks actually. I mean, your teammate usually are the one who tells you like you suck, right? Right?
Depends on which teammates.
I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about.
We're talking about, yeah.
The guys from Henzo's.
They'll shit on you.
I remember Damien Anderson, one of the purple belt from Henzo Gracie.
He has a
trains-
big mouth, that guy.
He does.
Damien.
Yeah. We love him though, but
No, I don't.
I
just
kind
kidding.
of like him.
I'm just kidding. I like him. He's
But-
funny. He trains hard, man. He works
Yeah, he
hard.
does. He works really hard.
And it's all
Strength-
jokes. It's all jokes. I know it's all jokes.
Yeah, exactly. But man, I remember him because he was vocal about it. But when he lost, I think in the quarterfinal at Panzer, I don't remember. Gordon and Gary were up his ass, just like being like, "You fucking suck," and just like trying to steer the pot. But it's all love. But if you don't have thick skin with those guys, be prepared to be.
Oh yeah. If you're doing jits there, you need to develop thick skin first because you're gonna be called a retard 40 times a day by John.
Yeah.
Then they're just gonna shit on you if things don't go your way.
Yeah. So
It's funny though. I like it. Developing thick skin, I think, is a good tool. Take things lightly and then know how to laugh at yourself.
I think it's important, yeah. And I think that's something I learned through jiu-jitsu. I think before starting to train, I was a bit, how do you say that? A bit susceptible to like being laughed at or shit like that. I was a bit like, oh, fuck this guy, you know?
Yeah.
And meeting Taza definitely helped you.
Oh, yeah, man.
Just laughing at everything you do.
Welcome.
Whatever you do, he's going to laugh at you.
Yeah. I'm gonna find something.
Obviously, with my accent, just like, fucking.
I'll point them out if anything, if ever.
Yeah, you should.
Done.
Just so you guys see my face like
So you guys,
melt a bit.
if you come to Montreal, you'll understand the English if you talk to somebody who has like a French accent.
Yeah, which I do.
Or you can listen to Jacques Saint-Pierre.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Just go listen to his interviews. You'll be fluent in French Canadian English.
That's basically
I do.
that's basically every Montrealer that's French that tries to speak English. I went to the corner store and the alien abducted me.
I take him and then boom boom. The top one moment for GSP, man, on the mats in English is when I think Ethan will back me up on this. Once he was showing a guard pass.
Yeah.
And then you going to cut his guard like a knife through hot butter.
Oh, that was amazing. I remember that.
Knife
I
through
was there.
hot butter.
Yeah, not the opposite. Yeah.
Like George, just drink it with a straw or like just use a spoon or something. No, you use the knife. You use a knife.
You don't
You
need a
use.
knife. You use.
He's a great guy, George, man.
I fucking love
For
it, man.
George to go out of his way and help, I remember when I got my ACL, man, he helped out so much.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's such a cool guy, man.
He is.
I still have his game ready machine, actually. Damn
Yeah,
it,
that's what I
just
was
remembered.
about to say.
Yeah.
He brought it to you. He was
Yeah.
like, just use that. Is it like for icing your knee?
Game ready machine is, if you guys don't know what it is like a $4,000 machine. That's like, if you're only using the audio, imagine like a big shoebox.
It's like a big box, yeah.
Yeah, a big shoebox, maybe a little bit higher. Anyways, it's super tiny, but it costs like $4,000. You put cold water in it, and you put ice in it, and then basically it's like it's like something you wrap around your knee, and it brings in this cool water to your knee, and it compresses it. And like day 2, 3, 4 after surgery, this was like better than anything else. I didn't take any medication, by the way.
You didn't take
I
anything?
didn't touch anything.
No,
I just
good.
I just remember when you guys came here, we rolled one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You smoked a J.
Yeah, we smoked a J. It
And
was
then
good.
it was good, but
I had a close one though.
you
after
almost
the J.
broke your knee after.
Yeah, so I was wearing socks, and because it was getting cold, and I was on crutches. I was going to take a pass. Anyways, so I go to sit down, like, and when you're on crutches, like, you're basically using your arms a lot more to do everything,
yeah.
right? So you have one leg, two arms. So
Yeah,
as I
that's
was
pretty
sitting
bad.
down, my foot, like, not slipped, but it just slid
Just a bit.
along the floor. And then because they did a hamstring graft, so there was just a muscle missing. Man, the first couple of days surgery, I had no idea what was happening to my leg. I was like, what is happening? Why is this weird? What does it feel weird here? There's something missing.
Yeah.
And it was a muscle that was missing, obviously.
Next thing you know,
You're missing a muscle in your leg. But it's cool. Anyways, so I
yeah.
slip and it hurt, man. Like, it was the worst pain.
I remember that. I remember like coming to your house with Donald,
Yeah.
and when I saw your leg, I was like in shock.
Yeah.
It was like what, 2 days after surgery?
It was
Or,
literally like 2-3 days after. It was fresh,
it was like
swollen.
the size of your leg
Yeah.
was like double the size of your other leg.
Yeah.
Just
And then
from
the other one was starting to get
swelling.
skinny, man. You lose
Yeah.
like weight and you become like skinny fat. Well, for me, anyways, when I
Yeah.
don't train, I get super skinny. I don't get fat.
But then next thing you know, you double the size of your leg.
Oh, yeah.
In a year.
When Tom was like, "You can start training," I'm like, "Say no more, man." I was on that leg press, just repping.
Leg press and eating Indian food.
Indian food, yes.
Yeah.
Love Indian food.
Damn.
Love it, love it, love it. We have a
Yeah.
lot of good Indian food in Montreal.
Yeah.
Jean Talon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hit
Just,
up.
you should just come on Jean Talon and do one back to back. All the Indian food place.
If you don't find Jean Talon and you're nearby, all you have to do is smell. You'll find it. There are so many Indian restaurants on that street. It's
Yeah.
insane how they're all still in business. It's a good sign, though. I think it's a good sign.
It's so good.
Going back to what we were saying, I kind
Yeah.
of lost track. But
Yeah, we did lost track, but that's part of it, right?
anyways, yeah, it is. It is kind of dropped track. So I think the lesson for me there was, well, now that I look back at it, I think I just shouldn't have taken it that personally, you know.
That's seriously, yeah.
Yeah, personally, and then just keep in touch at least with the close ones and let them know, hey,
Yeah.
that didn't go my way, and at least let the other team know, like communicate things, like
Not taking things seriously is a big one.
Yeah.
I find because it just reminded me. I remember like I was like prepping at some point for a competition. I was probably training for only like 3 years at that moment, and it's like a week before. I think it was a finisher or something like that. Shout out to the guys from Finisher Open. Finisher is sub
great
only.
event.
Yeah, dude. We've been on that event for like Finishers too. It was my first sub only
They've
competition.
been around for a while, which is always a good sign.
And
when
it's
a
good on the
competition-
East Coast too. Like, and they had one recently, so they're still going strong. And I was scheduled, I think, to have a tournament in the bracket at 155 or something like that. And week before, wrestling with a dude, fall on my shoulder, separate my AC joint.
Oh yeah.
Shitty moment, but it's not like injuring yourself is not a fail in itself. Shit happens,
Yeah.
right? But at that moment, I remember I was like taking it so seriously that it just made me so fucking sad after. I was like almost crying because I couldn't like get to competition, but it's stupid. It makes like when I go back to it, I'm like, I was such a, I don't know, like not a retard, but more like, why do you take things so seriously? It's just competing,
Yeah.
There's gonna be more, like,
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you gotta take things a little. You gotta chill a bit.
it wasn't ADCC. You know what I mean? Like even ADCC, like it sucks, but don't like. There's gonna be more opportunity.
But at what point in your training what did that happen?
What do you mean?
So you got injured, right?
Yeah.
What was the situation like for you? Were you at the dorms? Were you still working at that parking lot? Were you?
I think I was still working at the time. Yeah, so I was
Maybe
trying
that-
to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I was
yeah.
gonna say. I think maybe for that time, that's why it was like a little bit worse than now. For now, what I tell you guys, I'm not like scared of getting injured, but I mean, obviously it'll piss me off a lot to get injured,
Yeah, of
but
course.
because I'm trying to work on other things.
Because you have a lot going on with jiu-jitsu, but that doesn't only rely on you
Yeah.
making it to a comp
Yep.
and like being able to train every day. You don't mind as much. You
Rely
might-
a bit less on the body. That's always something athletes should just keep that in mind. Hey, if tomorrow this happens to me, am I in a good position? Am I
able to do something else?
Yeah. Am I in trouble? Like, do I have some kind of backup plan?
I like that you asked me that question because I just realized that at the moment I was still still working. I was trying to make it in jiu-jitsu, basically do it full time, and So that's what happened. That's why I was taking it so seriously. I was like, oh, that's my opportunity to
Well,
try to make it.
same thing for me, man. When I was playing soccer, it was basically jiu-jitsu for me, but back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
it
were
was-
trying to put everything in that.
Yeah. And then university's good because usually we have an MLS team here called the Impact, and then we usually play games against them. And
What's MLS? Because I don't know about soccer that much.
MLS is basically like the NHL.
Yeah.
Same thing, but for soccer. Here.
Okay, sick.
It's only in North America though, so you have teams from the
So
states.
it's like high level like soccer in North America.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can get scouted for these teams.
From the university.
So it's like
program.
a gateway
Yeah.
to
pro.
Yeah, so for me, and I was going into a shitty program. It's not like I had the best grades. I was a terrible student, terrible.
Why?
Barely made it, man. Like people who there was. So I was in private school, right?
Yeah.
French system.
Oh, were you? Yeah.
Stanislas.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No Québécois there.
I'd never, not one, man, not
Oh
one.
my
We had
God.
maybe one guy per class, one French Canadian per class in Montreal. Crazy. Anyways,
That's insane.
I don't think I'd put if I have kids, I wouldn't put them there, man.
Nah.
So old school way of teaching and just I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
French system is whatever. I'm not gonna offend.
We're
any
not gonna
French,
bash. I mean, chances are of these guys hearing this are.
I mean,
pretty-
I've never.
maybe
been
one
through-
day they will, but chances are now pretty slim. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't put my kids there right now if I had kids. I don't.
Okay.
So, anyways, my friends were surprised I passed the exam in the first place. I'm like, how'd you do it, man? I said, I don't know, man. I swear to God, I don't know. I really don't know. I actually nailed it in one. I nailed it in one exam, and that kind of saved me. It was economics.
Really?
We had like a philosophy class. Imagine
You
me sitting in
economics?
philosophy class.
No chance.
Man, we had philosophy class.
Yeah.
And it was in an auditorium.
Yeah.
Anyways, so my buddies and I, we had like 3-4 buddies. It's a huge class, and we're like 20 people, right,
Yeah.
per class. Because this is a private system, and it's like small classes. You see the same people all the time. It's very different from Cégep here.
Yeah.
Anyways, we would sit all the way in the back, and like nap, And then the teacher at the beginning of the class, he'd have to hand you papers, right? So we can read and discuss whatever philosopher said in 2,000 years ago or whatnot. Dude, I swear to God, by the end of the year, he wouldn't go up the stairs to give us the papers. He knew already that we weren't gonna use it.
Oh my god.
He'd look at the stairs, he'd look at us, we'd look at him, communicating don't even go up the stairs, man.
Yeah. Just with eye contact.
Yeah, just body language. He's like, all right, cool, no problem. We'd play Battleship, man, in class. It was great.
Good times.
Good times, man. Good times.
Man.
I wasn't a good student because I just wanted to play soccer so bad.
Yeah,
man.
exactly. You were passionate about something else.
And the thing is, I'm not trying to blame anybody. I think I should have taken a bit more responsibility in it. But if you see a kid with so much energy, with so much ambition in something,
Yeah.
keeping him in that kind of system, it makes him look like the bad guy when initially all he had was good intentions and he wanted to put effort in something he liked.
I agree so much.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I look like the bad guy in school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is kind of stupid because I find the school system, I don't want to bash the whole system, but I'm just saying there's people that are not made for that system. And
No.
they make it in look, you're making it right now in jiu-jitsu, and it's not like university thought you ought to do jiu-jitsu or
Nothing.
how to
No.
do business and stuff like that. Have
As a matter of
friends-
fact, I said on another podcast, I learned more from kinesiology and about the body and training and everything going through rehab than being a year and a half in kinesiology.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, going back to the being the bad guy thing, I think I'm not the only one, man. A lot of athletes, little kids that have a lot of energy, see how you can help them out and put them in, because we have something called sport études here.
Yeah. You want to explain it? It's
Sport études, but I mean, you probably know the system. I didn't really know what it was because I never been to it, but I
Yeah.
think what it is like a schooling system that gets you through high school while you can still train. And
yeah,
then
at
usually
a high level.
at a high level, and then where you're training, yeah, exactly, is a high level. So in Montreal, the sport études, it was sick because you'd go to classes a couple of hours, which I didn't mind, but then you'd have practice earlier. So you'd finish earlier, you'd go to bed earlier, you'd wake up, and then now you're ready to go back.
Yep.
I was driving all the way up to Blainville. Well, that's just one of the scenarios. I get back at midnight, shower, eat, and I gotta wake up at 7 to go sit in a class that I didn't want to be in at 8. So guess what? That class 8 till 9, man, you would rarely see me in it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Or if you're there, you're probably causing a bit of trouble because you're
Or no,
you
just
have energy.
sleeping. Yeah,
Yeah, we're sleeping for
I
sure.
probably didn't have much energy in the morning.
But yeah, Sport-études, like you said, they have it for judo, man.
Yeah.
Olivier Aubin-Mercier and Mike, they did
Oh, they
that.
did
That's what they
sport
did,
too?
yeah.
Okay.
So they would like
That
train in the
explains.
morning, judo, go to class, train again, and then that's it.
That would have been
That
my
is so
dream
sick.
life as a kid. That's it. I didn't want anything else, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the system's a bit broken, so.
I
here
don't know.
we
I
are
think
now.
I think there are schools that are changing it now, though. No, aren't there?
I don't know. To be
Like in
honest.
like Sweden or something. One of
Yeah,
those
I mean,
countries. I'm sure they're
I
doing
mean,
it perfectly there.
in Finland and Sweden, they probably they probably have like tools to measure like what's your level of energy and which sport you can do, and then they put you in and figure it out.
Your country, you always want your country to be on the same list as these countries, the Scandinavian countries.
Yeah,
You
I
know
think-
it's good.
I think Canada is often there. Though.
Is it?
like for like safety, security, quality of living,
Cold, potholes.
cold.
Potholes,
It's
then-
Montreal. That's Montreal. It's a whole.
Nah.
It's one big.
Oh,
potholes.
the legalization of the Mary Jane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be on that list too.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, the thing is, notice when they made it legal, how it becomes less of like a, oh my God, we gotta, you know. It becomes like just, all right, whatever. This is just another thing we can use, and people put less attention to it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
and it's funny how like I was reading a lot of newspaper like obviously before, and a lot of like people that write journalists but with opinion based, they were saying like, oh, it's gonna be like madness, and like they're like people are gonna start like using drugs all the time, and 1 year
Gateway
later,
drugs.
yeah, 1 year later, nobody talks about it. It's just normal. No one's like all fucked up in the street because they smoke weed. Whatever.
I was I was in a restaurant, I think about a week or two ago, and then I went to the bathroom, and then when you're taking a piss, you see there's like an ad in front of you,
Yeah.
and it says like it's a gateway drug, and it's done by whom? The government.
Of course.
And who's making money from weed?
The government.
Are you kidding me? How does that make any sense?
They want to make money, but not too much by advertising that you shouldn't smoke. You know.
I don't know,
But
man.
they
It's
can't.
just-
They can't.
It's just
advertise-
contradictory, you know. Like you're telling us it's bad, but yet you're making money from it. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Should
weird.
we resolve a government issue today on the podcast?
Yeah. Taza for president.
Yeah.
He's gonna have jiu-jitsu schools everywhere.
You're gonna have to wait 4 more years. man.
International issues. What are we gonna do with put him in jits?
Yeah. what are we gonna do with North Korea? Put them in jail.
Just jits, man. Just go start a jiu-jitsu school, and chances are it'd probably be a beneficial thing.
Yeah, it would make them like better person.
Would it be a bad thing? I don't think so.
No. If Donald Trump and the guy from North Korea wants to nuke themselves, just put them in jits, man.
Just
have
roll.
them fight.
Have a roll. Have a roll.
Let's see who
Trust me.
wins.
After that, you guys are cool. 100%,
We're resolving politics today,
dude.
Sick.
We're on fire.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If we go back to, because we're rambling a lot, but that's the point of it. If we go back to talking about failures, you have anything else in mind? Because,
I have so many things. I don't know which one to pick.
dude, pick one of your like
Heck.
pack. Scottish.
We have a friend
Yeah.
called Cami.
Cammy Donnelly.
Donnelly. Anyways, he comes and trains with us a bunch. He has the funniest accent.
He's one of the guy that travels to come to us
That's insane.
and to Henzo's.
Sometimes I'm like, bro, you're wasting your time. What are you doing?
no. He's investing a lot of money in his training. He's a serious guy.
He came down here when I was doing rehab.
Yeah, but
and then he went to Henzo's.
But he has that Scottish accent, and Tazo rips on it every single time.
Reps.
Raps. So everything with an I, right?
Yeah.
Pass.
Can I have a protein shake with almond milk?
So if you guys hear that little accent from time to time, it's shout out to Cammy.
Yeah.
Cammy.
Keep track. Another failure.
Yeah. Like one of your
And it's a
hardest and
similar,
biggest.
yeah. It's a similar. So if you guys, those of you who don't know, I started jiu-jitsu. So okay, here let's backtrack a bit. Jiu-jitsu started at TriStar, okay?
Yeah.
And I was doing MMA. I didn't really know like, oh, I was gonna do jiu-jitsu. That's oh my god, that's the
playing
best
with
thing.
everything, right?
Yeah, I was just playing with everything. I was striking. I was getting punched in the head. I was trying to kick. I was trying to wrestle. Yeah, it was fun. I liked it, and it was a change. It was a change from soccer, right? So what happened is a year later, I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped training.
Okay.
And when I started again, I trained at a school here it was called Tank.
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 Tank. How do you write it? Like
Tank,
a tank?
like Tanque.
Oh, like Tanquinho?
Tank, yeah.
Yeah,
Tank
okay.
is Jiu-jitsu.
For sure.
And this guy now is affiliated to Alliance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Alliance in on Saint Laurent,
Okay.
close to Revo, I think. Anyways,
All right, yeah.
so man, here's the thing. And I don't want to bash, man. I really don't.
But he's going to talk that shit.
All right, here we go. So I mean, I trained there, and this is where I met Donald, by the way. Donald.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's where I met Donald, one of our good friends.
Good training partner from TriStar.
Good training partner, good friends. So I went there, and training was good, but I started actually doing capoeira there because I was learning Portuguese.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's your love from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
Started like that. Capoeira, Portuguese.
I was learning Portuguese. That's how it started. I was learning Portuguese, and then my buddy was learning. My buddy was way more advanced than me in Portuguese. He's like, yeah, one way I learned it a lot faster. I went to capoeira. I did capoeira. I did like 2 classes. I really didn't like it, man. 2 classes.
Like, that's not for me.
not my
Dancing
thing.
around.
And then I saw Donald in a gi
Doing Jiu-Jitsu.
doing jiu-jitsu with other guys doing jiu-jitsu.
Dude,
I was like, that looks sick. So anyways, I started training, and then I remember at TriStar, I was getting my ass kicked. And that's one thing, man, actually, about jiu-jitsu, is when you start, depending on the environment and the instructor, between quitting and staying is like, it could go
Thin
either
line.
way it's pretty easy. So me, man, it's like, man, these guys are good. I'm not picking it up. I'm getting my ass kicked. Every now and then I'd have good rounds. I was like, I'm going to give this a break.
Yeah.
Right? So when I went to Tanque Jiu-Jitsu, I was doing good.
There.
There,
Yeah.
in the
Compared to
gi.
TriStar. So this was your second, like, that was the second time you would do Jiu-Jitsu, basically, because you tried at TriStar, and then you went to Tanque.
Yeah. Tanque, I did like 3 months of jits at first.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
At TriStar. I did 3 months of jits.
And you got fucked up.
I was getting, I mean, to be honest, I go back, guys tell me, you weren't bad, but I wasn't that good. I had no idea what I was doing.
You started, so
Yeah, just getting
you were
started.
shit.
You suck.
Obviously,
Exactly.
yeah.
And it was a lot of no-gi because it's an MMA school, right?
Yep.
So what I'm going to tell the MMA fighters to put a gi on? No, I'm going to do no-gi. Anyways, I go and I do jits in the gi with a bunch of guys that are higher ranked than me, and I was tapping some of them. I was doing like really, like too good. Too good where like it gave me a shitload of confidence, but I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, and then I remember the professor talking about, hey, you couldn't make money with the jiu-jitsu, and then it's something good and everything. I was like, you know what? I enjoy this a lot. Imagine being able to make a living from it.
Imagine.
But then I realized, hey, man, if I want to be like top level, high level, I mean, I knew already that you got to go train with people that are better than you from soccer. I had that. I knew that already. I knew like if I train with people that are less experienced, all right, I can get only so good.
Yeah.
So it's like from that experience of playing soccer and like going with,
and the mindset of getting better. Too.
Yeah, because it's soccer, you play with older kids. Because I was a kid, I was playing with older kids. And then you have A, AA, AAA. And then AAA is like the highest level. So I'd always go to their practices, right? So anyways, I had that idea. So I was like, man, I think I should just go back and train at TriStar. So anyways, I was training at Tank, and then the guy went to Brazil for a couple of months. And I was like, all right, I'm going to just go to TriStar while he's gone.
Well, how do they say that when you switch school? Creonte?
Yeah, so basically...
Big Creonte.
A Creonte, I am.
That's okay.
But it's not the switching. It's the way I switched that was a little...
So is that the failure you want to get to?
Again, it's the same thing. It's talking things, communicating with people what your intentions are and what is going on in your mind.
So tell me what happened.
There was an SAU in Montreal.
Yeah.
And I competed under TriStar.
Oh, and the guy didn't know?
Oh, no, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Carl, wait a minute.
Oh, no, too late.
Too late.
It's on the internet forever now.
It's on the internet.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Just learn from these mistakes. Don't do the same thing I did. That's basically the whole point. No, but honestly, here's the thing. I remember going back to TriStar. Faraz remembered me. That's insane. I was like, damn, Faraz remembered. That's cool.
That is pretty cool, yeah.
Because here's when I put the gi back on, I was like, you know, the bug people get,
Yeah.
that addiction. I didn't have it when I first started. When I restarted it and I was doing pretty good, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, when you start doing good, it's
love
so
it.
much fun. Yeah.
It's so much fun. Yeah, you start to like, things you understand things, you enjoy them more.
Yeah, and when you like just nailing a move, you're
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, this is great.
Yeah.
Submitting someone,
Yeah.
first few times you're
Tip.
like,
Best thing. So then there was a guy that was helping me a lot. His name is JF.
okay,
Remember JF?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. JF. Anyways, he has a pretty nice restaurant. If you
Yeah,
if you guys
he's
are ever
killing it right now.
vegan, he went vegan. He used to eat steaks. Now he's vegan.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever.
whatever.
That shit, JF.
Whatever. JF's
Jeff
pretty
was giving me
successful right now,
basically
yeah.
privates every day.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much every
Yeah,
day. He's
you
like,
were with him a lot. I remember that. Yeah.
and then he was showing me butterfly sweeps. He was a big Marcelo Garcia fan, which is why I ended up going to Marcelo's before Henzo's.
yeah. Crayons.
Crayons, porra. Damn, man. It's all starting,
Alright, so
it's
what-
starting to make sense now.
So you competed. You started going.
No,
TriStar?
so yeah,
No.
here's the thing. So Jeff came up to me. He's like, because I did a comp at white belt, and then it was a grappling industries in Montreal again. See, this is what's crazy. Like when I first started jiu-jitsu, I could compete in Montreal. That
Yeah,
was amazing.
Now we can't.
Now we can't bring jiu-jitsu back to Montreal.
Yeah, you have to.
Jesus, man, we got a sick force.
Like for the kids.
Every
too,
time I think
man.
about it, it pisses me off.
like all the kids like us that wants to try it, just, they have to fucking travel.
Just the
to-
white belt like me who had no idea
Yeah.
what to do and then just competed. And wait, I'm not as bad as I
Maybe
think.
you would have not traveled to the U.S. to compete right at the time.
Definitely not. I was
There you
working.
go.
I was working in bars and like bartending and waitering, and it was like, no way, man. Weekends are where we make the most money.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
exactly.
take off
So that's what I'm
to
saying.
go and get my ass kicked and pay a bunch
So
of
you
money
could-
and get DQ'd.
You could have like you could wake up in your bed, compete, and then go work. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, 100%. So
what happened? Yeah.
he comes up to me. He's like, "Bro, listen, you won this. It was pretty good, you know. And like, are you with who are you with? Because you can just get your blue belt now if you
Yeah.
want." And then me just made the wrong.
Charm you with that blue belt.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not a bad thing. It's just I should have talked to the other guy first. I should have
Yeah.
made things clear, you know.
So when you came back from Brazil,
When he came back
your
from-
old instructor.
No,
what
when he came
happened?
back from Brazil, it was basically I did blue belt. He's like, yeah, you can compete at blue belt if you want. There's an essay, you can do it at blue belt and start getting
Yeah.
experience at blue belt. I was like, good point. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I competed, and then he was there. TriStar guys were there, cornering me and everything, and he was still in Brazil. So I hit second place, and I put it on the podium, and he got pissed.
Oh yeah, so you saw that on like
He
social
saw
media.
that, yeah, and then from there I was like a little too like, oh, I don't know if I should go back, and a bit nervous. And
Yeah.
then,
But then
I
you had made your choice already.
yeah.
Yeah, you had made your choice.
The
Your
choice is
was
not
going to
wrong.
TriStar.
The choice
No.
is not wrong because listen, like, if an instructor is gonna feel entitled to owning you, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's just the way you switch, the way you do it is important. Don't do it the way I did it.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you have good reasons to leave,
Just
that's
explain
another-
them and do it. 'Cause
Did I
you're-
have a good reason to leave?
Yes, you did.
I mean, it was my personal reasons. It's nothing against his gym, or he's doing great right now. He's affiliated to Lucas Lepre, good gym. So I run into some of their guys sometimes at competitions or open mats, and we're super chill and cool. But
Yeah. I think that the takeaway is like if like let's say you want to move gym or like you said the instructor is not owning you, so
No.
you got to express why and if you feel the need to, especially if you compete.
yeah,
If you don't compete, like it doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
Just fucking leave the school and
Yeah.
go to another one. But if you compete and you represent the school, just tell your instructor what's up, and he can be mad if he wants.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's on him.
Yeah.
Like you're making a choice and that's it. You're an adult, like whatever. But the way you did it,
I should have just talked. Just send one message. It's just that one message I could have sent.
yeah. It's like
Hey, Pinino, when you get back, I want to talk to you. In the meantime, I'm gonna be, or not even in the meantime. Just wait till he gets back.
so it's basically like what you did. You were like dating a girlfriend, and then on social media you posted the picture of another girlfriend,
Oh,
and that girlfriend was pissed. Yeah. So don't do that.
that's a next level headache, man. This is like chicks.
What, girlfriends?
Doing things like that with girls is gonna it's
Oh yeah, that's no. Don't do that.
headaches, man. Not
That's a
worth it.
bad idea.
Trust me.
Yeah. Like
So, yeah.
girlfriends can be a headache too. But
For sure. Or they can listen. They can be a
Or they
headache,
can
or
be-
they can be like the Tylenol. The support. The Tylenol to a headache.
Yeah, absolutely.
depends.
I agree.
It depends, man.
Just gotta find the right one. Yeah, so
we'll get more into that one day if we see some interest in this kind of topic.
yeah, that could be interesting.
We could, man. We could. Got that.
I have
You want to hear some?
we can
Failures in that
yeah,
department.
we can talk about failures.
We're gonna need like an audible like 10-hour
Yeah, so-
episode of me just going
rambling
through.
around
Oh,
failures in the girlfriend department.
I'll have to write them down. It'll be like a big paper, like a.
I think we could prepare a audible, you and me, because
Yeah.
I have some.
We'll
stuff
release a
too.
book.
Yeah.
Release a book. Biggest failures with chicks.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you guys
narrated
can,
by Oliver Tasman.
Yeah, it's gonna be like $5.99 on Audible. You guys can buy it. And
Yeah,
just
free.
free of charge. Yeah,
Free.
don't make the same mistakes.
Don't make these mistakes, and you should be good to go.
Yeah. What else, man? What else there? What else there is? out
So
there?
that's it, man. I mean, what happened is like this guy got pissed, and it's bad energy. It's you don't look good.
Yeah. At least it was like early on.
Especially for me, early on in JIT, something I liked so much. I don't want to like start things off in the wrong way,
Yeah.
And I had that sense of urgency because I was like, I started at what, 20, 21? I'm not sure. 20. I restarted at 20 or 21. I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
have to go back and do the math. Too early
math.
for that. Quick math. But anyways, yeah, I had that sense of urgency. I wanted to train. I wanted,
wanted
to
to
compete.
make it-
So I didn't really think a little bit further ahead. I mean, things are good now. Obviously, I mean, we're cool.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's past. It's in the past. Plus, it was at Blue Belt days. It's beginning, man.
Mm-hmm.
At what time did you, like you were saying, you had a sense of urgency? At what time did you like?
Right off the bat, man. Right off the bat. After that,
I was about
comp,
to say, like, at what time did you think, like, okay, I gotta make it?
make it.
Like I gotta make it in jiu-jitsu. Like, I have to
I,
try to make it.
to me, it was less making it. It was me just getting good. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, yeah.
It was
So that sense of urgency was
more
about,
me getting good and competing.
Okay,
I found
nice.
that competing was helping me improve a lot faster
yeah.
because it was pinpointing out a lot of mistakes. That was for me. That's why I competed. That was my biggest reason to compete,
To get better.
to get better faster.
Nice.
Faster.
Yeah, faster.
Why did I want to
especially-
get better faster? Because I was 20.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I don't want to I mean, you can be good at any age. You can train at any age. I'm
Yeah,
not saying, but for me personally, I wanted to get good at this
Yeah.
while I was there.
When do you think is the prime for jiu-jitsu, like age-wise?
John says it's mid-30s. You reach your prime at mid-30s.
Does he?
Yeah, or end the 30s if you're Val.
Yeah, Val is actually not even reach his prime. Like, when he's gonna be like 44 or 45.
45. He's gonna be on that Satsolan workout with
Val's gonna be like
military pants, shirtless, with Russian army music in the background
Be like
blasting.
throwing people at
Yeah.
the trials and
Yeah.
at ADCC.
Let's
man.
go. Body locking people, suplexing them on their heads.
I want to see that happening. For sure.
Good, yeah.
But so he's saying mid-30s. That's super interesting.
I think, yeah. I mean, look at Wagner. How old is Wagner? Like
38?
38?
I believe.
8.
Actually, let's go see, man.
Well, you see, he's in his mid-30s, and now you're hearing a lot about him. He's doing great. He's competing. He's
dude,
smashing
he's
it.
killing it. He just had silver medal at ADCC. Just
Yeah.
like lost to JT. That's it.
But, I mean, he lost to Rotolo at Fight to Win.
Yeah, he did. But
But it was-
Did you watch the match? I did.
Yeah.
It was like basically them like slapping collar ties for 8 minutes of the 10 or 6 minutes of the 8.
9 minutes of the 10.
Yeah, 9 minutes of the 10. And then Wagner took him down.
Yeah.
Got into a triangle,
And lost.
got out, tried to pass, lost. That's it.
I think,
So-
I mean, listen, I don't want to say who won, who didn't win. Whatever. I think,
Personally, I don't care about saying it. No.
I think Wagner won, yeah.
I think Rucciolo won on the rule set because the rule set is attacking submissions.
Oh.
And he had one attack.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But
That's true. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
dominance-wise, I think Wagner was more dominant. Let's say
if they had
ADCC,
points, yeah, ADCC you would have won because you
Yeah,
take him
so-
down, you get out of submission, you stabilize him for 3 seconds or more, 3 points.
But look, at
Or
the end
2
of the day,
points.
Wagner,
2
like,
points.
like he made a post. He was like, look, sometimes like you lose. That's it. It's
Mm-hmm.
just about showing up. So I was like, okay, yeah, he has a good attitude. I think he
Yeah.
seems like he has a good attitude.
Yeah, not only that, a good attitude, but like this guy's killing. He has his academy,
He's 37, by the way. 37.
mid-30s. John was right.
Yeah.
Val, let's go, man. That's
Val.
your time. Your time is now.
Yeah. Val's gonna kill it.
He's gonna
But dude,
smash
37, and he's been really successful since he's like, I mean, a long time, but like recently in the last couple of years, we've seen him
it.
like
Peaking, yeah.
just peaking. Exactly. I think it's a lot of mental too.
Experience too. Like
It's
you're
experience,
going
exactly.
there so many times. And
Yeah, and he
starts
did MMA and the UFC and all that stuff. So you see him like coming in and he's down to compete. He loves it. And some other guys, you see them, they lack that experience, and some days they're not that on. You know, he found the recipe for sure.
Yeah, he definitely found the recipe. His recipe's pretty special, to be honest. In the warm up room, he was literally rolling 100% with his teammate. I mean, rolling 100%. We were like going pretty hard, crushing the guy he was drilling with. I was sitting there. I was warming up just watching them. I was like,
Just being
damn.
in the room with them.
Yeah, I was like, damn, oh my god, I'm ready to go.
Dude, whatever is good for
Whatever
you.
floats your boat.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of guys, I see them drilling. It was nice. It was nice being in that warm up room. You see how different guys get ready differently.
Yeah.
Nick Ross just running everywhere.
Yeah, Nick, like no shirt,
No
just
shirt.
running.
Yeah.
What
No,
do you do? You drill?
I drill. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
to drill. I like to get a couple of reps in.
I like to drill too.
Yeah.
Man. Just like during like follow ups. Dynamic drilling
Yeah.
is the best in my opinion.
I tried to do a bit of activation for my legs. I'm still like taking care of.
What do you do for activation?
Stability?
Okay, yeah.
Stability. Like I'll balance on one leg. I'll use the band around my knees.
Yeah.
To, like,
Voodoo floss kind of.
Voodoo less,
Or-
like more bands like to activate your glutes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Things like that. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Bridging with the bands on, bridging and pinching something, because I had a groin problem too from
dude.
soccer. It's crazy. I have an injury from soccer that's still lingering.
Damn.
Yeah, groin. Because I would kick more with my left foot. So
Yeah.
my base leg was the right leg.
Yeah.
So my right groin is pretty
Like fucked.
fucked.
Yeah. Gotta
It's
work on
it's
that.
better and better, man. It's better and better, man. I saw Tom, and then he gives me things for the groin. It's been a lot better now.
That's
a
sick.
lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, guys, listen. We don't wanna break your ears. I think if you guys want to take something from these mistakes, which are like they're not.
Not big mistakes.
It's not like end of the world mistake, but things could have been a lot better had I done things a little differently.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, it's like I think we could probably do a podcast for hours on like speaking of like mistakes we've made. But
Yeah, and don't make assumptions. Like don't think, oh, if I do this, he's gonna do that. He's gonna get pissed at me. He's gonna do that. You never know, man. The way you bring things up, you state your intentions clearly. It shouldn't go the bad way.
yeah,
you know?
communication is key.
Yeah,
obviously.
communicate, and then it's if it was easy, everybody was doing it, so that's why you gotta get in the
Yeah.
habit of doing it.
Plus, the other thing to take on is like do things for yourself still, but
Yeah.
then if it might hurt other people,
Yeah,
around,
find
just-
that balance,
Yeah.
obviously. So
Yeah.
yeah, there we go, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much
I
it.
think we gave our listeners a good idea of
Some good stories.
yeah, there's a lot more, man. Honestly,
Oh,
I can literally talk for. The problem is not talking is stopping me from talking. That's the thing. We could be literally sitting here for the whole weekend and me just nonstop.
That's good, man. Keep some for the next episode.
Save some for the next
yeah.
one. Check. Good.
Yeah. All right, should we wrap this up?
With that being said, my favorite part of the podcast is the support part. Support.
Yeah.
Not child support.
No.
Podcast support.
Avoid the child support.
Avoid that
and
child
make sure
support.
you podcast support.
Podcast support. How can they support us?
Scramble brand.
Head up scramblebrand.com.ca. They have
Especially
stores worldwide.
If you train, right?
If you train,
and if you're watching or listening to this, I think you train. If you don't,
congratulations for making it to the end of this podcast.
Yes.
You are the real MVP.
yeah.
But now it's time to jump on the mats and
Yeah.
give that jiu-jitsu a little try.
yeah.
It's life-changing. And again, if I was president, what would I be doing to resolve all the issues? Jits.
That's it.
I'm telling you. It is the one and only solution.
Yeah,
to every
find a
problem.
local academy wherever you are and
Or a couple of mats in your garage. Or if you don't have a garage, in your room, move the couches.
Yeah.
There's no excuse.
there is no excuse to train. Train with
Scramble.
your friends.
Yeah, we got gis, no gi, fanny packs, hoodies, sweaters, towels, flip-flops,
Bottles.
bottles, water bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Anything you need to train. Next up, we got, so you could use, if you're in Canada, use code Tazagarami,
Yeah.
I believe.
Save
Tazagarami.
some money.
Save some moolah. Pio's going to have a code pretty
Yeah.
soon.
It's gonna show up on the screen at some point.
It's going to show up on the screen. You support him. Guess what? He's making more money. He's able to get after it more, and he's going to become better. We can become better, so everybody wins. Kimura soap, you guys got to clean up after training. You don't want to spread the disease. You want to spread the love and teach your scent.
And
You will smell really good after using Kimura soap.
plus,
You will feel clean. It will cleanse you. You go out, it's like you just took a eucalyptus shower.
and
It
they're
feels
coming up with the
lavender.
anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory helps you go to bed if you shower before going to bed. Some people like to shower when they wake up. I personally can't. Me, when I go to bed, I need to be clean.
Clean tip top.
I can't, man. Bed is like that one place. No socks, and you got to be clean.
I agree with that.
And if you're sitting on like the subway or something, and you sit your ass like with your pants on that bed, I can't, man. I'll tell you, get off, bounce. Kimura soap.
That's funny.
Get some Otaza.
Up
Save
next.
some money. Check them out. Go on their website. If you can't find them, Instagram me. Next up, what do we got? We have Origin. They make really good supplements. They have Milk, which is, in my opinion, the best tasting protein out there. And I'm not a big supplement guy. I'm not like, I've tried a bunch, which is why I'm not a big supplement guy. Because I've tried a bunch and I'm like, whatever. Okay.
Most of the time, they taste pretty dirty, to be
When
honest.
they taste like,
Then when you find a good one,
when you find Milk, you won't go back to the other ones.
There we
Trust
go.
me. Strawberry Milk, amazing. They have chocolate mint, really, really good. It's different, I'm telling you. Milk is something special. Give it a try. And then you can mix it up with water, but if you want to be flying first class, mix it with milk. Milk, or if you got you're lactose intolerant, mix it with almond milk or lactose-free milk, whatever the case may be. Almond milk.
Next up, we
You-
have
You can use promo code Tazagarami
Oh,
also. So I think they're all going to be in the screen or the description if you guys want to save some.
Val saying yes.
Val saying yes. Very
That's
good.
it. Very good.
Very confidently. Next up, we got
Roll forever.
Roll Forever. Betty,
Betty
Boo.
Boo.
We love you.
Yeah. We do. Yeah, Betty.
Betty Boo's doing great things for the sport, and we want to support Betty. So she's got rash guards. Go to her Instagram or talk to Felicia if you're on the West Coast and get yourself a rash guard.
Yeah, and if
support the
you're-
cause.
If you're on the East Coast or Canada, you can hit me up. I have some rash guards too.
Yeah.
And she's supporting athletes like myself and local athletes and international athletes now.
Expanding.
Yeah, she's making sure we're making it to competition.
She's spreading. We're probably gonna have a team TriStar go down there and try to take on their best team or best of North Carolina. We'll
That's the
share that
plan.
little part here and then see if there's any interest. Hey, you know what? We can have a little match, chill. Maybe we can even do it in a gym. Team versus state. Hey, best of. You guys can have the best of. Whatever, Virginia, North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Whatever,
Virginia.
just come up with a team. 5 guys. We have 5 guys. Make it nice and fun.
Let's
It'd be cool.
let's
We
do
can
it.
go grab some. They have some good food down there.
Yeah, some
right?
good beers too.
Beers.
Yeah.
I'm not a big beer guy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
depends. After competition, it's pretty good. I like one.
I like the first sip of beer, but then I'm like the following sips. I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, just give it to me after.
I'll give it to you. I'll take the first sip and I'll give it to you after. Drink. Stick to the food.
All right.
Next, we got Roll Forever, Betty Boo, we love you. Next, Mizu Studio in Montreal. In my opinion, I was mentioning earlier, like the environment where you start is super important, and it's a big factor of whether you stay or you don't stay. To be honest, I have taught a bunch of gyms, and then the retention rate here for beginner classes is amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
look at this place.
yeah, it's right.
If you're on audio, just check out a couple of pictures. This place looks like a sanctuary, man. And it gets cleaner every time I come in. Somehow, I don't know.
Val, that's how.
Mizu, we're pretty open. All gyms are welcome to come in, drop by, take some classes, train. We have a very good open mat on Wednesdays at 6:30.
Yep.
6:30, and then we're gonna be adding a wrestling class on Thursday with none other than Gia Sasuri.
Multiple-time world champion.
Yeah, Olympic silver medalist, and just a sweetheart. You
Yeah,
take
he's
a private
amazing.
with him, it's not an hour. It's like an hour and a half of...
He loves it.
He loves it. He's into it. And then I've been improving a lot from it. I've been working a lot with him and Mike, man. So it's like different styles, but it's so better.
Shout out to Judo Mike.
Judo Mike, we'll have him on here one day.
Yeah, of course.
We'll have him on here one day in French.
Yeah.
In French?
Yeah, we'll
Or
do
is
some-
it, or here's English.
I think French would be better. Actually, we're talking about that. Maybe we'll do some podcasts in French too.
Could do.
For Quebec listeners.
If there's any interest, guys, you can also anything you guys wanna point out, comment, threaten us, give us feedback.
we love live threads. but-
Yeah. We take them very very seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit. So we have the user, the Off Balance or Off Balance podcast. Yeah, it's gonna be on the screen
Off
anyway.
Balance or
but
yeah, it'll
Off
be-
Balance podcast, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hit us up. We will make sure to share on Reddit our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I'm gonna go and share.
Yeah, and then anytime we shout out somebody, we're gonna have a little clip for you guys. You can share. Spread the love.
Yeah, exactly.
Let your buddies know. You know,
And
there's
let us know if you want us to talk about anything or any subject.
any topics in particular. We're very open. Like you guys see, we're basically rambling and
Yeah.
we're just going with the flow. So we're open to pretty much anything.
And we'll have some people on the podcast.
Yeah.
Got
We're
some
gonna
good
have
contacts.
We're gonna have what's his name? Sam from he's from the UK, but he's now spreading jits in Africa. He's teaching kids in
He's
need.
amazing, man.
Well, I don't know what the deal is with that. We'll find out. We'll have him on the podcast and we'll see what
Yeah.
the deal is. Next, we got Physiomentum. I was just there yesterday. Both my shoulders jacked up.
Yeah.
From what? From doing too much overhead.
Wrestling.
It's crazy.
Overhead. Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't wrestling the problem. See, I thought it was wrestling.
So it was.
I thought it was like the snap downs. It's not. It's just doing a lot of things overhead. Created like an impingement in my shoulder. The way he explained it to me, it really made sense. So I know hanging is great, but he told me even hanging, take it easy on that.
Oh yeah,
Because
really.
It's crazy, man. You go to a physio, you learn. I'm telling you, it's great.
And especially Physiomentum, man. They take care of athletes.
super chill.
They fixed them up.
Fix me up.
They keep fixing you up.
They'll fix anybody up.
Yeah.
So go check them out. Call them up. Physiomentum. They're on Instagram. You can Google Physiomentum. You'll get their phone number. If you're in Montreal, make sure to swing by. They have a really, really, really nice clinic. It feels like you're in a house. He
Yeah.
told me actually the house is like 250 years old. Actually, yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. it's
250. 100% there are ghosts in there at night.
sick. Most probably.
100%. I believe in that shit. I don't know about you.
I don't.
I would not sleep at Physiomentum at night.
I would.
You would?
Yeah, I don't care.
I think
Too
if
tough.
you believe in them, ghosts know. They feel, oh, this guy is afraid. Let me go freak him
Yeah,
out.
that's what it is. It's like with dogs. If you're afraid of dogs, they fucking know it.
Like me with cats. Me, it's cats.
Yeah, exactly.
That other
They-
day, I was at my buddy's place. He had a cat. It was literally attacking me because I was so scared of it. I had to lock him up in the bathroom just so I could sleep.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyways, what else do we got? Am I forgetting anybody?
I think that's pretty
Shout
much
out to Mizu. We got TriStar also, super cool.
Yeah.
You guys ask me when am I going there? You guys come. It's your turn to come now.
Yeah.
Your turn to visit.
Come get some.
Come get some.
Alright.
I'm always paranoid about forgetting somebody. I should just have a piece of paper and then just read things
Yeah.
out.
Worst case, they'll have a audio shout out.
Yeah, audio shout out after. We'll make it
record it on the phone.
We'll try to make it as organic as possible.
Oh yeah.
So guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next
See you on
episode.
the next one, yep.
Episode of the Off a Balance. Until
Podcast.
then, safe in it.